Good morning. Today we are going to be reviewing for the open response part of the Algebra 2 test for Chapter 12, which is Sequences and Series. Question number 1 states, write a rule for the n term of the arithmetic sequence. Now remember, it's very important for you guys to use a highlighter. Just be able to highlight the key words and to determine which of the formulas you guys will be using. It's also important that you guys work out the problems by yourself first and then come back and see if you did it correctly. So let's go through the first. Write the n term of an arithmetic sequence. Now remember that whenever they're asking us for the n term, they're asking us for the equation. So I need to be able to find the equation of an arithmetic. They tell you that the 11th term is negative 39 and the difference is negative 2. Let's write down the equation. See if you can write it down by yourself without looking at your notes. So a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 multiplied by the difference. Now let's plug in whatever they give us. A sub n, they don't tell us what a sub 1 is, so we need to find it. Plus n minus 1 multiplied by the difference, which is negative 2. Now remember, the only thing that we need to plug in is the first term, a sub 1, and the difference. They give us the difference, but they don't tell us what a sub 1 is. So I need to be able to find it. So let's go and find a sub 1. A sub 1 is the first term, and we're going to use the same equation to find it. We're going to use the n term equation. And now I'm applying what they give me. Let's see, a sub n is equal to, we're looking for a sub 1. The only thing that I know is that the difference is negative 2. I can't solve for a sub 1 because I still have n and a sub n. In order to solve for a sub 1, that has to be the only variable that I have. So I'm going to use the information that they give me. They tell me that the 11th term is negative 39. That'll be the term negative 39. If I use negative 39, automatically the n has to be 11. It has to be the corresponding n value. Will be 11 minus 1 multiplied by negative 2. From here I can just simplify. Negative 39 is equal to a sub 1. That gives me 11 minus 1 is 10 times negative 2. Negative 39 plus a sub 1 equals a sub 1. Plus negative 20. Now, a lot of you guys are forgetting about the plus in between. I'm going to go ahead and add 20 on both sides, so move this to the left, becomes a positive 20. Therefore, a sub 1 is equal to negative 19. So the first term is negative 19. And I can just plug it in. A sub n is equal to negative 19. Now that I found it, I can plug it in. Multiplied by negative 2. I'm going to use the distributive property to simplify. So a sub n is equal to negative 19. N times negative 2 is negative 2n. Negative times negative is a positive 2. A sub n is equal to negative 2n minus 17. And that'll be my answer. Remember that this is the only thing that I needed to do, but because I didn't have a sub 1, I needed to look for it in order to plug it in and find my equation. This equation is able to give me any term on the sequence. So if I need to be able to find the 10th term, I can just plug in a 10. If I need to be able to find the 100th term, I can just plug in a 100. Problem number 2. Decide whether the given sequence is arithmetic, geometric, or neither. So let's find out if it's arithmetic. In order for it to be arithmetic, the difference has to be the same. So if you subtract the second number minus the first one. So negative 1, negative is a positive, so negative 1 plus 3 is equal to 2. If I subtract the second one, also the third one, minus the second one, should give me the same number. This is negative is a positive, so 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So in this case, this is not arithmetic because the difference is not the same, so no. You need to show me some type of work in order to get credit. Now let's say if it's geometric. If it's geometric, that means that the ratio has to be the same. The second number, the second term divided by the first term, in this case is 1/3. Then the second term, the third term divided by the second term, and that is 0. In order for it to be geometric, the ratio has to be constant throughout the whole sequence. In this case, no, so it's neither. Problem number 3. Find the sum of the first 22 terms of the following arithmetic sequence. So we're looking for the sum, so we're going to use the sum equation of the first 22 terms of the arithmetic sequence. So you should have your formulas memorized at this point. So let's say they're looking for the sum, so my formula has to have an S, and do you remember your formula? I'll give you a little hint. It starts with an N, divided by 2. That is, we're going to take the first number plus the last number. In this case will be the 22nd number, and we're going to divide by 2, then multiply by how many numbers we have. Let's go and plug in everything that they give us. Sum of the first 22 terms, so N is 22, is equal to N is 22, A sub 1 is 9, plus A sub N means the 22nd number, because that's 22. We don't know what the 22nd number. If you want, you can continue with the sequence. This is the 5th term and go down all the way to the 22nd number, and that will be perfect. Divide by 2. But I need you guys to use the formula. Let's find A sub 22. That's the only thing that I need to find, so I can plug it in here, simplify it, and get the sum of the first 22 numbers, first 22 terms. In order to find the 22nd number, A sub 22, I need to be able to find the equation. They don't give us the equation, so we need to be able to find A sub N. Once we find A sub N, we can plug it in 22, and that'll give us the 22nd number. So let's use A sub N. A sub N is equal to, that is the N term, it'll be A sub 1 plus, it's an arithmetic, so it's a plus in between, N minus 1 multiplied by the difference. Let's plug in the information they give us. A sub N is equal to, A sub 1 is 9 plus N minus 1 multiplied by the difference. Remember, the difference is the second number minus the first one. So negative 4 minus 9 is negative 13. That'll be the difference. Remember, it's going down, so your difference will be negative. So one of the things that you have to remember whenever you look at a sequence, if it's reducing or just going to the negatives, that means that's going to be a negative difference. From here, when you simplify, A sub N is equal to 9. Negative 13 times N is negative 13N. Negative and negative is a positive 13. So the N term is negative 13 plus 22. Combine your like terms. From here, we have, now that we have the N term, now that we have our equation, we can use it to find the 22nd number. It'll be negative 13, but instead of the N, will be a 22 plus 22. It just happens to be 22 as well. So we're going to use the 22 in here. and we're going to multiply it out. Let me use a separate piece of paper. So 22 times 13, that's 6, that's 6, that's 2, that's 2. So 6, 8, 2. So negative 286 plus 22, that'll be negative 264. That is the 22nd number, negative 264. And then from here I just simplify. So the sum of the first 22 numbers will be 22. 9 minus 264 will be negative 255 divided by 2. So from here I simplify. So the sum of the first 22 numbers will be, let me reduce my fraction. So I can reduce this by 2. So that gives me 11 multiplied by negative 255. I'm going to separate a piece of paper. 255 times 11 gives me 552. Gives me 552. 0, that's 5, 0, 8, 2. So the sum of the first 22 numbers will be negative 2,805. Now let's continue with the next problem. Example number 4. What is the sum of the arithmetic series? They're looking for the sum. They tell us an arithmetic series. So let's go and write down the equation. The sum, without looking at the top, will be n, and it's going to be divided by 2. I'm going to take the first term plus the last one. And then I'm going to plug in all the information that they give me. Remember, we're looking for the sum formula. From n equal to 1 to 20, and they give you the equation, the n term. This is the value of n. We have the sum of the first 20 numbers going to be equal to 20. We don't know what the first term is. We don't know what the 20th term is. We're looking for the 20th term divided by 2. So I need to find that. Let's go and find a sub 1, and I also need to be able to find a sub 20. To find a sub 1, I'm just going to plug in a 1. To find a sub 20, I'm going to plug in a 20. So to find a sub 1, plug in a 1. To find a sub 20, you just plug in a 20. That's the great thing about this problem, is that they give you the equation, so we don't need to look for it. And from here, we just simplify, so it gives me 4 plus 20 is 20, plus 26 is 30. And that'll be the first term, will be 30. To find the 20th term, we plug in a 20, so it gives me 80 plus 26, that'll be 106. And it just simplifies. The sum of the first 20 terms will be 20. That'll be 136 divided by 2. Sum of the first 20 terms. You can divide it or you can simplify. I'm going to cross simplify because that'll be easier. Divided by 2 gives me 10 times 136. The sum of the first 20 terms will be 1,360. So if you add up the first 20 numbers, that'll be your sum.